Good luck, have fun, don't die.
Oh god, everyone, good luck.
Right, as the engine warmed up. And here we go for a GT Legends race at Spa. 15 laps, 13 cars. Who knows who's going to be left at the end. Qualified in an 11th because our wheel decided to shit itself on our flying lap. So we only got one lap. Someone spun.
See,
There's been chaos.
see, the car gets really
Usual
slight
shenanigans.
in a second through there,
We've got a portion of grass.
and
Contain yourself. And first trip through Radion or
see,
Rouge
you can do that if
that
there
you
wasn't
actually have to
cars
brake
on
for
either side of you.
in this car. In all these cars. Something to get used to. So yeah, big draft trains down to Kemmel Street. Ferrari in general is one of the slowest cars in the field, so that's why we're driving it, because, you know, make it interesting. I was dead surprised how easily we drafted past. What was that? Okay. We'll let those two sort each other out. And in this, get slightly distracted looking at them sorting each other out and slotting here between Viperion and Psyche. And so we've managed to go from 11th to 4th in one of the slowest cars in the field in half a lap. That's not going to stay, because we're on one of the slowest cars in the field. Hopefully we can do something from here. Squeeze the Psyche a little bit there. Unintentionally. A lot of these cars, a lot of movement is unintentional. They behave a lot like Trans Am cars, very wild, yet controllable. They're sort of active. If you get them, if you get used to their handling, you can find them quite controllable. And sometimes you can do very precise stuff with them. But until you get to that stage, they're very lively. Very much like the Trans Am cars we used to run for, which would make sense, they're by the same modders and handle similarly. Also helps that they're very soft. Like, just open the set screen, look at the spring race, and it's like, well, just like, they're very low numbers. I wouldn't be surprised if you could get to some of these cars that have spring rates of nearly 10 millimeters, if you wanted to. I don't know why you would. So yeah, that's one lap of 15. And we have just after plowing through the field. Of course, if we do stuff like that, we won't stay up here for much longer. Sykes holding with us. Overall, this race, I think he's going to have the faster car. Savas should be able to catch up from us after that crash earlier. Not sure what Squid's doing in 7th. Who knows? He doesn't have a lot of practice in the car, which is, again, one of the slower cars in the field. He's in the Corvette.
Legitimate strategy.
Though, if he gets in front of us, because he's in the Corvette, it'll be nearly impossible to pass on the straights. So we'll have to get it done in the corners, which seems to be one of the Ferrari's strengths, is its cornering. Possibly helped by the fact that any oversteer can be easily caught, so passing is pretty straightforward. Just outbrake them and slide around the outside,
Shit, suddenly it powers
and you will hold it.
I don't know how I made
More or
that
less like
stick.
this, and though this is not the ideal
I
situation
think it's 'cause I
to
was busy crashing.
employ such tactics. We also, that was way too high a gear. Now it's not turning, we're going wide. That should give Psyche the inside. He has a much better running on Huon. Probably have a look as well. He's in Nissan, isn't he? Nissan and the BMW actually look, they have a general shape are quite similar, which makes sense. They're of similar era, with some of these cars being quite earlier. You know, not all these cars are the Group 5 versions, but some are. Some are earlier in Group 5. I don't know enough about the classes of the era to say exactly, you know, what's what here, but I do know some are some are faster than others, which is quite interesting. You know, it's interesting to actually have cars that are different. You have fast cars, you have slow cars, cars with different strengths. None of this BOP bollocks. Yeah, it's actually quite interesting. And so it's been quite nice to see actually is the variety we had, because everyone's finding different cars to like. Some people love some cars, some people think they're horrible, some, you know, all different cars. Like, you can hear the same car being described as oversteering mess, beautifully controlled, ridiculous understeer, and all this being the exact same car.
Smart blunt with the strategy.
Damn it, giving it away.
You got the same strategy as me.
He's been exposed. Yeah, because about 30 seconds before the end of qualifying we discovered that the Nissan cannot reach the end of the race on fuel, we decided to employ a mandatory pit stop. Most of the cars can get to the end, including our one, so it's just going to be sort of a token pit stop. We'll take on maybe 5 litres of fuel.
Always handbrake.
Might change tyres depending on what they're like.
So apparently pit stop caused my game bell tap. That was cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
So yeah,
It's
we're going to
meant to
run
do that.
our fuel to the end, pit in the last few laps. I'm hoping that by then the field will have spread out, so we shouldn't lose too many positions on track.
Aye.
That's why I don't want to pit early for that reason. I
Aye.
don't want to fall back into a pack, get into shenanigans. I'm quite comfortable where we're running here.
Aye. Clean off the road.
Somehow holding Psych off, sticking with Hyperion up ahead. Magnet has checked out, and Smart Pipe has pitted from ahead of us. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Overall speed, he should finish ahead of us. I'm going to guess he didn't take too much
nope.
on the stops. You know, he's in Nissan, so he actually needs to stop. But still, it should have been. I think they only needed maybe 10 litres or so.
That'd be me.
Nice.
Car got unhappy and right in the middle of the pack. Not good time.
Well, if this was anything more serious, somebody might have screamed at you.
Back gear slightly too low for that, but we'll survive. I'll make sure we get good runs. We're not bad in a straight line, but the draft is a thing here, especially with the long straights to
Everything's
Spa.
fine.
So you don't want to give away any easy opportunities. Also guessing those cars are significantly faster through the fast stuff. They look like they have a hint of downforce. Whereas Ferrari, we're still gung-ho with the mentality of aerodynamics for people with bad engines. So they put a V12 in this car and went, that's all you need. And it goes a good bit towards helping, but some semblance of grip would be nice.
This car has a handling.
Also doesn't help that Syke is after doing the fastest lap of the race behind us. So he's game. He's going first. We're slowly losing Hyperion up ahead. We lost about half a second that lap.
Get Capri.
Slightly too aggressive on getting the power back on the top of Eau Rouge. Also slightly too far back to be getting a draft from Hyperion, but Syke should be getting some sort of a tow from us. Aggressive downshifting. Use all the engine braking we can muster. Hyperion got a bit sideways as well, but as you see, the Ferrari, when it gets sideways, doesn't lose as much time as the other cars. Obviously, he's not fast to be sideways in every corner, but it handles it better than some others. I know, because we drove that car ahead in the last GT Legends race we did at Silverstone. Because I couldn't drive this car. But yeah, that does show that if Hyperion makes a mistake, we can catch him. But we are very much dependent on mistakes. Because we're not making time otherwise. Of course, getting past up here will be very convenient because that gives.
Is this not the line through this turn?
Because then that means the psych has to deal with him rather than me. And with how close this little pack here is
Because I
being,
can turn more than that.
yeah. Passing may not be that straightforward. That being said, if I have brutal sequences of corners like that, passing should be reasonably straightforward for Mr. Psych behind us. Yeah, both me and Viper are handing ourselves on plates here. We're getting faster to Blanchemont. Also getting more aggressive on the exit. There's only so far you can go there. AstroTurf will eat you. And his car has no grip to start with. That's about as good as you can get through the bus stop. Don't ask me to do that again. Hey, don't ask me to do that lap again. Hey. And immediately nearly
Their contact
ruin it.
there.
Nope.
Well, it looks like Savannah could start giving Syke some trouble. That's what we need. Wouldn't mind having Savannah up here. Even if he is a magnet for trouble. Oh, Jesus. Speaking of trouble. He's gone past Syke behind us. We're lucky not to get past ourselves at this bloody rate.
I'm sorry, I didn't gain anything from that.
There's
though.
the blues. We use the engine braking all we can to get this thing to stop.
Alex line, excellent.
Besides, it's the only way to go fast is to not turn in this car.
Now slow. Savannah is on a lap. That's not what we need. We also don't need this thing to stop. Then stop turning. Come on. Turn, you bastard. Oh, that's a bump. But that thing sounds glorious, so I'm actually not. If I'm going to get passed by something, at least sound glorious while you're doing it. Hey, listen to that thing. Beautiful.
Bob, no.
Okay. We could use this to our advantage, John. This could help us get a tow up to Viperion because Savaz is going places. If we can follow. Oh jeez. Smart right behind us. How the hell did he get here? He's already stopped. Well, if he's gonna go wide, I'm gonna follow him. Yep, as expected, that was a very fast lap from Savas right there. Of course, that means we're going to lose the draft. Doesn't help that Daytona is this little car, so it's not going to give us much slipstream in the first bit. Well, but he's gone a bit wide at the top of Eau Rouge. That's going to help us. I'll hurt his run slightly. We still got to worry about Syke behind us, who's most definitely in our draft. But still he's still not gaining on us. I don't know if his
Oh, man, I
run
thought it was gonna
wasn't
come up. Just missed
good
it.
enough, or the Nissan just doesn't have the ponies. He's also gone straight through there. And we've forgotten to shift in the third. And got Smart back. Who
Killing
looks like
myself enough
at
as it is.
this rate he's going to be on for second. Wish there was an easy way of telling who's
Yeah, unfortunately,
already
I shifted
pitted,
into fifth on that straight, which I
because
shouldn't have
I've absolutely no idea. Because we've run at the front, the only person in front of us that's pitted has been Smart Pipe there behind us.
did. No, Bob, no.
Rip.
So, yeah, that's all we know. He's already caught up to us. Ooh, car, turn. Oh.
Diff at NC diff.
Damn, she's not turning. Well, if I'm not taking tires in the stop, we are now. Yeah, we are taking tires. Good lord, she's not turning.
My hope's always got a little bit of
See, the problem is, with these cars, for some reason, the tire wear is not showing up on Sidekick. So I don't know how damaged the tires are, but which is kind of immersive. Because numbers didn't exist in the 70s. So by my knowledgeable feel, I can tell you that the tires are fucked. I don't know if they're hot, they probably are a bit hot. But there's probably not much rubber left on them. And we've only done, what, 5 laps? Or we're halfway through the race, actually.
I see.
Smart Pipe's having a bad time in front of us. Let me see. Regime is 7th. 10 seconds behind. We're going to lose about 20-ish to pitching. We're not keeping pace with these guys ahead.
I'll F4 too violently.
I know.
I think we're good on fuel.
That's game over.
Psychic's saying we're good on fuel anyway.
Psych nearly witnessed death.
So I think we'll pit the end of this lap and we'll take some tires. No fuel. I know. I don't know. Maybe the tires have cooled off a little. They seem like they have. Oh, they definitely have. Yeah, so maybe it was just overheating them. Really. Wow. I actually did a pit stop in practice and all. I'm not sure what takes longer, taking fuel or taking tires.
Those are the most fun to drive since Trans Am. I don't think I went like through a single corner legitimately.
Whoa, Trump.
That sounds about right for these cars. Diffit or nothing? I don't know. Tires or not? That's the debate. Will they make a difference? Will it be worth it? Why am I suddenly competitive? I don't know. Suddenly you add pit stops to things and I'm overthinking them. Also, we're like running top half. What the hell is this?
Oh yeah, he killed me before. Like, just straight up sideswiped me, so that was nice.
Who?
Trempale.
Oh yeah.
I like the surprise in Squid's voice.
The guys whose names I was never confident in saying, along with my names.
I always thought Trempale was Trempali.
No, it's Trempale.
Bullshit, it's Trempali. Fuck you.
I just thought it was Trump.
Look at the
Then it's
car,
Trempale,
not the... We don't need fuel.
I'm just gonna call him Trempale.
You know what? Screw these guys. We are going
Call
to
him Dave,
piss
Fuck it.
and...
Hey, G-Man, I can't hear you at all. It's probably,
Very
Okay.
it's probably my fault.
Tires, no
I've got
tires,
200%
tires, no tires. How long will it take? How
car.
long will it take? Screw it. No tires. And we'll take a token 1 litres fuel. We shouldn't need fuel. Okay, I'm panicked.
By race you mean diff session, yeah?
Well, I have some murder to hand out. I
Looks
should have
like
stayed
we're
in, because the
coming
last
out.
time Powers murdered me, I gained 4 seconds a lap trying to kill him, so...
Okay, so Squid
Oh, motivation.
and...
Yeah.
Horse should be somewhere
It
else
was,
down the road.
Fuck, it was one of the last trans on night.
Only last one
Powers
position doing that.
Savagely murdered.
Obviously a lot of time,
Yeah, that
but
was savage.
And ran away.
I know most of the group that I was
This
with
one
haven't
was
pitted. Only
just-
Smart Pipe is pitted.
You parked it through a section and I couldn't get around you. And
Yeah, did you notice I was having an issue?
Yeah,
It's good
I
piece.
threaded the needle. I threaded it a little too tight.
I was gonna back off and let you pass, but I thought the Beamer had the acceleration for it not to be a problem.
That's just
I
Corvette
knew
doing
we were
Corvette
gonna
things.
Good Corvette then.
I was more pissed off I didn't back off. Hence the sudden all F4.
And here you
want me to
see.
let you buy because you exited pits and tell me, but I don't know how serious this is.
I don't know either. I'm probably never gonna see those guys again, so screw it, let's race. Probably I'm never. No.
Race for title best sweep.
Something that I love about Discord is I think I'm the oldest member who has not in any way leveled up or started my own thing or anything.
I haven't done anything.
What do you mean leveled up?
You're a freaking admin now.
No.
What do you
I
get?
own the guy.
He created the Discord. He didn't get admin, he just made himself admin.
There we go. Though we're probably gonna lose this immediately on the street.
I was the best scapegoat, so... Because I got blamed...
Squid, please.
Even if something wasn't my fault, I got blamed before, so now, if I own the place, everyone can blame me for anything. And then...
You were too slow, NCW, it's your fault.
Rude.
What was that, G-Man? I didn't hear you.
Now you know how it is to be phone.
Oh, I have my DMs completely silenced.
Hey, wait a second, let me go DM you.
Fuck you, smart pipe.
Nessie, I'm diffing in honor of you. I'm going about 4 seconds a lap slower now because of it.
I'm proud of you. To be fair, every time I did turn 1, I gained like 3 seconds, so...
I'm in fourth, Mom.
My Hyperion is pitted. Has stayed ahead of us. Psyche is pitted. Has come behind us. That's interesting. Very interesting.
Mark to the top of Camel Street.
Magnet is still in the lead. I'm not sure if he's pitted yet. Savannah also looks like he hasn't.
I'm going to test out the drift launcher, not the drift launcher, the rally launcher. So let me know if there's going to be a session 2. Amazon Ford, please. I can buy.
Damn, gotta run, but missed the gear.
Wait, it's
We'll
my
try the
fucking
diff
server,
around the
open shoot.
outside.
Nessie, please.
Server crashes.
No, don't worry. Viper is in control. I can give you all abuse through the server app.
That was amazing!
And you wanted to let me through.
I'm past that now. Oh, shit. Oh, there you go. I let you through.
Nah, get back here.
But I still need to pit.
I'll get good.
You're a pit.
Wow, rude.
On the subject of pits, hi Powers. No wait,
What's
that's
that supposed to mean?
Pit maneuvers?
You mean pit stop maneuvers?
Bus
Oh.
stop? Euro truck?
Okay. So I have to have fun shenanigans with Squid. Viper
I think you should keep
Still
fighting
7
until you
seconds.
lose, then I can catch you.
ahead.
He's already 2 seconds ahead of me.
Oh.
The only thing this car can do is defend.
Clearly you saw nothing either, G-Man.
Mr. Bob and Strempale were having a hell of a time because they could catch up to me. And this car is no longer anything but different. My rear tires are toast.
I can't do a stop on that corner.
You're in the Ferrari, right, Palace?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll do that.
Oh, crap.
Have you pit yet, Rotor?
Nope.
Too busy looking to see if times have changed and just clipped the pit wall. See? Keep your eyes on the road.
How about you,
Like, there's no,
Jimmy? Have you pit?
there's no excuse for it because, like, we've the Kemmel straight here. I got like 10 seconds.
I can
To look at all the
successfully say
screens I want.
we created a monster. The Lancia is fucking terrifying.
Oh, that was a bit aggressive. Sure it. Sure you and the speed bumps you came in on. Sykes still making his way up here though. I think that'll be our aim for the end of the race. Keep Syke behind. The others make good their escape in the pit stops. Fair play to them. Looks like Syke may got past Rocher.
Why is this taking out any more than a full length Formula 1 race?
Dipping.
I don't think this is fast, but it looks cool as hell.
Bullshit.
And I would lie if I said I was doing this intentionally. Cars is going into one of those moods.
Maestro proud.
It's interesting because as much as these cars are endurance cars, and back in the day the tires are hard, the cars are heavy, so likes of fuel and tire wear don't come in as much into effect. It's still nice, like, to feel the cars changing as you get a few laps into them. Never said this is happening quite fast, or how only, you know, the car 7 laps in is noticeably different to the car on lap 1, which is cool. I know it's probably all getting exaggerated here because Spa's such a long lap. It's a long lap, but it doesn't feel like such a long lap, so you kind of forget that
Yeah,
it
but
is
dipping radials
as
is
long as it is.
terrifying.
It's like 7 kilometers, which, you know, is quite a length of track.
Thank you.
My Viperian and G-Man are still fighting. I fear that... Ooh. Yeah. I thought it was done there. Looks like Viperian messed up Eau Rouge and G-Man got back at him. It's what we need. It's what we need. Well, really what we need is them to really slow each other up. They're not doing enough as it is. We're still like 10 seconds back. And Syke is covered into view in the rearview mirror. And Nissan GTR bearing down on us with the might of its Hedon turbo and this magical thing called downforce. If I was anyway poetic, I could like
I'll fix it, I'll fix it.
continue
Here you
that
go.
thought, but
Thank you, thank you.
I can't. Right, that's exactly what I need. We need to keep
You want that place
tangling over each
Never
other.
in this league have I intentionally hit someone to correct
Alright, we may be visually closing on the 2 guys ahead. The Syke is really ploughing ahead. He's not setting fast sectors or anything, but he is moving. And we are not.
until now, of course.
I'm actually looking at Delta Rachi not doing too bad for a race stint.
Stay for the history books.
Damn. Like, as I said, this is like a one-off race. This isn't supposed to be even competitive. The points don't matter, the rules are literally made 30 seconds before we start the green flag. Yet everyone's fucking going for it. Like, really fucking going for it. It's amazing. Also, really fucking glad to see Syke back in the race. Haven't raced against him in ages.
So I might be able to
Literally the worst thing about the split. Because I lost someone that like has similar traits to me, and now I have him back. It's amazing.
Stand by for me to shadow up in the field.
Right,
Standing by.
3 laps left to go. Hyperion has pulled a gap on G-Man. We're still visually close. Psych, we're holding off at 3 seconds. Yeah, we shaved 4 seconds off G-Man that lap. Not an indicator pace, it's just them getting tangled up with that incident at Speaker's Corner. That's how you take Lacombe. Guaranteed. Fastest way around, I swear. Oh, too deep. Car snapped. To be fair, that's the first time this car has failed to be caught like that. Usually I would just be able to give it some lock, apply some brake, and it would oversteer. Wasn't having it that time. I don't know if you saw it on the wheel, maybe you heard it. But it just snapped at me. And front tires are now a bit toasty. So it's not liking this whole turning business. Best thing with these cars is that these cars make Eau Rouge, Radion, Blanchiment, make them a lot more satisfying to take fast because they're not easy flash. Yep, Huon is just an absolute pain in these cars. It's just sadness. Hence why there isn't a perfect car in the world. Because a perfect car would go through Blanchiment and Radion like this car does, but be able to take Huon like a modern prototype.
Did Savannah's actually catch me,
where
or
it's-
Savannah's just not stopped you?
Where it's just like a
I'm not sure,
a
but
hair
my
like
vision came out behind
lift to take it properly. Gotta get the line perfect. Would help obviously if there was grass outside Huon.
Trackbell just disappeared.
F.
I think he diffed too hard.
That's a good point actually. We started with 13 cars and there's only 11 left on the leaderboard. So with 2 retirements in this race, how long have we even been going for? I have no idea. It feels like 5 minutes. Such good cars. Such fun. Just fun.
Hello.
Like, you can race them close, you can race them hard. Even when you're not racing people, you're fighting the cars, but not but it's not a losing battle, it's an even fight, it's a fun fight.
Why aren't you further in front?
I just did it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, G-Man has pitted, so, G-Man hadn't pitted the whole time. That's a nice
Thinking
space
Huon
for us
was a
then.
bad idea.
Hyperion has pitted though, so... And there is some confusion over where Servaz has pitted or not. He may be going to pit at the very last moment.
It's called percussive maintenance.
We're a bit too far behind Servaz though, so he can pit and not affect us. So as far as pit stops that affect us, we're all done here. You know, everyone we're actually racing has
Paul's game
pitted.
crashed.
Rip. Well,
I took a lesson from this, bud.
as to the realism of the whole
Yes.
thing,
Perfect.
reliability coming into a factor. was looking at the delta,
could stay on
we've
track, I would.
somehow pulled out a decent lap. Nice! Despite doing that, Syke is as close as he's ever been. So it looks like everyone's getting good. That wasn't as fast as I hoped. My aim through Blanchemont is try to get it at 200, which is very top of 4th gear. Like if it was good I could probably get through Blanchemont 5th, but as you can see I'm not good nor really consistent through that corner. That's really the hardest thing to do in these cars, is like any you can set a fast lap in these cars. You know, they're nice enough that you know you can do that. But they're lively enough that doing consistent laps is the challenge here, which makes these cars interesting to do longish races, such as this one here. It's not a very long race, but you know it's long enough-ish. You know, so you still got there's still some sort of endurance and consistency to this sort of racing. I said 15 laps. We're doing 2.5 minute laps. It's gonna be like, yeah, Savannah has already done 34 minutes. This is gonna be like a 40-minute race. That's a decent length of race here, especially in cars like these. So I wouldn't be surprised, yeah, if people are finding the stamina going a bit. We haven't, as a group, we haven't done a race like this in a long while, since the end of F3. And F3s were significantly different cars. Like, you couldn't do that in an F3 car. Right, tires not happy with that. Oh, we've actually gotten wear on our tires. Well, look at that. So these tires are working with Sidekick. It's just taking this long to actually wear them. Unfortunately, all those mistakes have brought Psych right back to us. Yeah, having to lift there to just hold the car is just it's costing us so much in acceleration.
Right, scoops in.
And I said we got the straight line speed to hold him up. That was a good run. That's what we need. Nice and clean, nice and fast. One more lap. One more time to diff through the bus stop after this. Right. If we can get to the end of the last straight, we should have it. Lock up the tires. To hell, they only need to last another few kilometers. Not long now. It's nice to actually have to fight for 5th place again. Really appreciate it. Bloody hell, this is just 5th place. It's like we're going for a win here. Feels like I'm not doing a great job of getting that across, other than just plainly saying it. But we are really going for it. Also, the aggressive throttle blips may be a hint as well. I'm
I don't want
trying to
see
wring
over.
every last bit of speed out of this car, or as much as I
I think
can.
it's been explicitly stated we can do this again.
It is barrels of fun.
Good, I'm glad you think so.
Oh no! Right, we didn't take too much AstroTurf. Didn't lose too much time. Right, try not to lose too much time here. He hasn't got a run. That's all we need. Just the piff paff. Survive the piff paff, we should be okay.
Story balance of wanting to be fun
Really tiptoeing. I don't want to spin it. I don't want to bin it. Magnet's OP.
Piper, that lap is tryharding.
Smart Pipe's on fire.
Me, Smart
But-
Pipe just hit the fastest lap.
Blanchimont, 2 tenths in it. Actually have to brake for Blanchimont. It's an actual corner. He's gone through better. We've the inside into the bus stop. Stop, you bastard! Stop, you cunt! Go, you cunt! Go! Fucking hell, go! Yes! Yes! Fucking hell! That was too good. That was too fucking good. So that was ridiculously good.
Like, I was having a really good
That
time
was
driving through
stupidly
this,
good.
but I also-
What the hell?
It's great
Fair
being
play,
involved.
Psych. Absolutely well done, Psych. I don't know if you'll ever see this,
Agreed.
but damn, that was a good
Yeah,
race.
I think this might be the first race where I was not at all salty about getting spun in the first lap because I had some great racing after that.
I wish I had a horn.
I love this long shot.
Nessie, please.
Ah,
It's incredible.
that was just wonderful.
You only like it because